Happy December, Monday the 7th, guys. Welcome back to Advice City if you've joined us. And straight off the bat, a heartfelt apology for leaving roughly a 2-month gap between episode 7 and episode 8. We ran into about 1 million technical difficulties as well as a very full schedule for myself and a lot of the guests that I like to have. But we're back. We're back with some new microphones, so hopefully you'll notice an improvement in the sound quality of the podcast. We're back to give you guys some well-needed advice. If there's anyone who sent in some advice back in fucking September, we're probably going to get to it today, so stick around for that. Today, in this episode, I had a good friend of mine, John Wood, a director, and just a good guy on the podcast to give some good advice, I hope. We're going to get straight into it today, guys. But first, you know what happens. You know what the beginning of the podcast is like. Don't fuck around with me. You've been around long enough to know the drill. It's a theme song by Jemima, so sit back and listen to those dulcet tones.
Advice City gets down to the nitty-gritty. Advice City, fix your life and it's only $12.95. Just kidding, it's free.
Alright, and we're back, guys. After 2 weeks of absence, I'm sure you've missed the show a lot. Welcome back to the city, the Advice City. This is a podcast, an advice podcast actually, and I'm James, and I'm here with my friend John Wood.
Please, stop clapping. Please.
No one's clapping, John.
Yeah,
That's just your tinnitus.
You can't be sure of that.
There are people clapping in the world right now, but not for you. John,
that's disappointing.
I know you as a friend, first and foremost.
Really?
Actually, no, a roommate, first and foremost. A friend,
you would
second.
consider me a friend first?
Yeah. Would you not consider me a friend
I
first?
literally would consider you like a work partner first.
Shit.
Like we were working together.
I have misjudged our relationship
intensely. We were working together and I'm like, I am not your friend, buddy.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you're like, hey,
I remember that you stood up in front of a large group of about 30 people the first day of a job and said that to me.
And I called you James Chopman.
Yes, you did. And now everyone calls me that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, I don't think you are.
I'm a little bit sorry.
In all seriousness, how would you describe it? How would the people who listen to this show know who you are?
I am a director in Newcastle, which means nothing to anyone outside of Newcastle.
Maybe one or two people in Sydney and Canberra.
Yeah, people who have left Newcastle who decided to go.
But no one who's never been here would know.
Yeah, people are like, you direct what?
It's the same. And you know what? I think a lot of people need to realise that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
But no, I'm a director in Newcastle. I basically do theatre all my life, even though I know it's very much just a hobby. Yeah. And it's a great hobby. It's a hobby that keeps me excited. It challenges me, and I think it challenges my audience too. They have to sit through it.
And I think you are challenged.
Yeah.
Once again, we need to give props for Jemima for the theme song. So props for you.
Jemima knows who I am.
She does.
Yes.
She doesn't like you.
Yes. No.
She said that to me today.
Well,
I mentioned I had John on the podcast, and she said, will you please make it very clear that I don't like him?
Yeah, and I was in the room when she said that, but I don't think she'd noticed.
She just ignores you when you're around.
I was okay with that. I mean, like, look, I understand, but I wasn't happy.
John, have you heard the show before?
I have heard a couple of eps.
Fantastic. Well, for those of you who haven't heard those couple of eps, this is an advice podcast. People have problems, sticky situations, and what they do is they don't consult professionals. They email me.
Like they should.
They should, but they don't. They email me at advicecityShow@gmail.com. That's advicecityShow@gmail.com. And they ask us to help. And each week I'm joined by a guest. And we do our best to give poignant and relevant advice, but also try to be entertaining and funny at the same time. And John, I try to get people with different backgrounds, different life experiences. And so hopefully...
that's been too difficult.
No, basically it's just the same, like, variations of the same personality.
Because I believe I'm not your first housemate on here.
You are not. Carl Gregory was the first guest ever.
Yeah, and I did not take that personally.
No,
I did not sit in my room and was jealously seething.
I do remember that you were just chopping a carrot, looking at me, going like, "Yeah, no, it was fine. I'm so happy that you picked Carl. He's a great choice." Totally, and then you kept cutting, and you cut all the way through your finger, and you didn't even break your gaze.
No, because it was much more important.
You were in the hospital for 3 days.
Look, these things happen.
They do.
I made my point.
Yes, you did.
I feel.
You can't point anymore with your finger though, because it's a nub.
It's like a pinky.
It's yuck. It's like, what am I thinking?
This creepy guy from Scary Movie 2.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Wow.
Yeah, I'm the movie guy.
Deep pull. Yes, you are a movie guy.
As soon as someone goes, "Oh man, I'm trying to figure out an ugly person," I'm like, Renee Zellweger.
It's always Sarah Jessica Parker.
No, it's always Renee.
It's always Renee.
It's always Renee.
Well,
If you want to talk horses and Seabiscuit, yes.
We should get into it. We've been away for 2 weeks. There's been advice. There have been questions piling up left, right, and
these
centre.
poor people are like still suffering.
There could be a couple of deaths. People may have died.
Not responsible.
Yes, I'm sure when people emailed in September, they didn't expect us to answer it just before Christmas.
We never... And you keep saying 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure you mean 2 months.
2 months. It has been 2... Oh, shit.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
fine.
2 weeks would have been fine. 2 months is a big problem.
I think the listeners are like, wow, have I missed a couple of apps?
Yes.
And they're like, wait.
But to the few people who have messaged asking where the podcast is, thank you. It's very nice to know that people actually do listen.
And thank you, Belle. I do appreciate it.
Yes, and thank you for that one person who made some dummy accounts on Facebook and emailed me in.
Helinda Bodson was very nice to talk about the
Let's get straight into it. First question. Oh, we do give these people fake names to preserve their privacy. John,
yes.
I was thinking we're back. Let's go with the theme.
Yeah.
Well, how about you think of a theme of names, and you start naming the people, and then I'll try to guess what the theme is by the end of the episode.
Done.
All right, cool.
This sounds like a fun game for you.
It is for me and for no one else. So the first question is from a lady. So we have a lady's name, please.
Great. I will give you Joanna Dark.
Joanna Dark.
Joanna Dark.
Okay. Joanna Dark writes, I think my roommate is stealing my carrots. I buy a bunch of carrots to cut up into snacks to dip into hummus or some shit, but when I go to get them, there are much less than before. Why is she stealing them? Is she a rabbit or some shit? Seriously, what the fuck? It's got to the point where I'm afraid to go out because I know she'll eat my carrots. What should I do? Should I confront her? I know it's just carrots, but it's seriously fucking annoying. Love, Joanna Dark.
This is a quandary.
Well, the first question, is she a fucking rabbit or some shit? Probably not a rabbit.
A rabbit with supreme typing skills.
This is actually weird. If we do believe for a second that this person is stealing carrots, what a weird fucking aggressive thing to do.
I gotta straight up say that she's not just stealing carrots. Like, she probably has less milk every day or something.
Yes, but you don't mark the milk.
Yeah,
that's right.
She's clearly marking her carrots.
Yes.
Like, if you were to slowly take milk from me, James, I will start to notice that and only that. And you could probably get away with chips, bread, anything.
Oh, I will do that.
But my point being is that, like...
You would notice carrots.
I would start counting everything. I would start methodically counting everything that's in the fridge.
Doing an inventory and a stock... what do you call it? A stock take?
A stock take.
A stock take of your fridge, of your shelf.
Everything. Not just. I'm not talking kitchen anymore.
Yeah.
I'm talking like how many squares of toilet paper are left. I'm talking.
So that's
how many squeezes of the toothpaste.
Slightly obsessive compulsive.
You make a point.
I do.
You make no. I'm saying this person who does this obsessive compulsive makes
right.
a point.
Yeah.
You want to start taking my stuff. I'm going to start taxing you. You become.
I'm going to start having a weird, debilitating, not disease, but a disability condition. Yeah, and that'll annoy you. Okay, so first step is to prove that they are stealing it. So maybe doing an inventory stock take for a little bit to confirm that people are taking them.
Sleepwalking carrot lover.
Oh, yeah. We could set up some cameras.
Yeah.
You could set up some cameras or an alarm or some shit.
So you now filming the entire house while counting everything that's in the
house. I would
house.
not want to live with that person who is constantly filming the fridge.
Whoever asked this question, you are no longer the hero of this story. I'm going to
I
put
don't
that
think
out
they
there.
ever were. The first thing was... I think my roommate is stealing my carrots. No hello or anything. It was just straight into it.
Not even a grateful viewer.
No.
Or listener, in the case of Advice City.
Audio experiencer, I like to call them.
That is a terrible way to describe it.
It's the worst way to describe someone who listens to podcasts.
It's probably my least favourite.
It's my second least favourite. My least favourite is people who actually do podcasts.
Ah.
Yes, I self-loathe a lot. Okay, so step one is to actually prove that people are stealing the carrots.
Yes.
Step two... What do you do when you have that information? Do you confront the person? How do you confront the person?
Just be like, hey, look, mate, I go out every week, I buy carrots.
Yes.
And the person goes, I know. And you go, of course you know, because you, my friend, have 8 of them.
You were the carrot thief.
And you know what? Be honest. Like, just tell that person, look, if you want to eat my carrots, that's fine, but own up to it. Or if you're going to eat my carrots, at least take a big bite out of one. Or
ask for the fucking carrot.
No,
I'll be fine. Ask for a carrot.
Take a big bite out of one and go, hey, what's up, Doc? And it'll be cute because you'll be like, remember Merry Melodies? And they'll be like, no one does, but isn't this fun? And they'll be great. But if you're going to do it, you have to, be honest with the other person that you're taking.
Man up or woman up. I think it's a female.
And look, if your number one food to steal is carrots, then this He's not a really good
Yeah,
asshole.
you can steal cheese, you can steal cucumbers.
Yeah,
Man, you get a cucumber, you chop that up, you put it in some ice water with some lemon juice. Oh, that's a snack right there.
Take a bit of the spag bowl out.
Yes.
You know, take a couple of packets of chips because they bought like one of those 24 multi-packs.
Oh, we should get one of those.
And no one's gonna notice if you take one of them.
No, or like one of those 12 packs of lunchbox sized chocolates. Yeah, I'll take a couple of those.
Yeah, I'll take a couple of the original because no one wants the original.
No one wants that.
I'm doing them a favour.
Wait, the original, like just the plain chocolate?
Yeah,
I want those.
No, I'm talking about the chips, the plain original.
I'll
That's
have
just
them.
salt.
I'll have it.
Dude, you do not want to
Salt is, I do. I would, okay.
You know what else has salt on their chips? Every other flavour.
No, okay, salt and vinegar. Chicken, I guess it has chicken salt.
You want salt and vinegar? Yeah, to double check.
Yeah.
Add salt.
I'll give you, okay, I'm going to list you
half of it.
five flavors of potato chips. I want you to rank them.
I love these lists.
Because potato chips, original flavor would rank very close to the top for me, alright? So, here we go. Here's five, okay? Okay. Original. Salt and vinegar, chicken salt, sour cream and onion, and let's go with wild card. What's the other cheese flavor? Can you get cheese ones?
Did you say cheese and onion?
I said sour cream and onion.
The cheese and onion is
Cheese and onion? Yeah, okay.
Cheese and onion's fine, I guess.
Alright, so rank them.
Okay,
From the bottom up.
If I had to rank them, and in this particular scenario I do, I would put salt and vinegar up the top. I'll put barbecue up the top.
Oh, okay, so let's get rid of cheese. Let's say barbecue.
No, you've made
You want 6? Alright, we'll have 6.
You can't add barbecue.
We can add barbecue in.
Okay, look. It's barbecue top.
Alright.
No argument.
Barbecue
Salt
top.
and vinegar, chicken, cheese and onion, sour cream and onion. And you know what?
So wrong.
For the bonus card answer, light and tangy.
Oh, I was okay, but that's not the one we should have added in.
You know what you
I
would
was
do
so
that. You would have
no.
these two
I was so
take
with you.
original
I was
guts.
with you until you said chicken. Chicken is the worst flavor. Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you joking?
Most people grow out of that flavor when they hit puberty. That's the flavor of chips for 6-year-olds.
That is so incorrect.
I will tell you that I did put those on bread and butter.
Yeah, because they're
sandwich.
amazing.
That's pretty good.
You know what else is good in bread and butter?
Anything?
The original chips, because you need more than just the chips.
It's
to
delicious.
finish.
No, you can have it just by that. It's fine. Here's my ranking.
You
Ready?
can also eat
Here
bread
goes,
by
here goes.
itself, but
Okay.
you don't. You don't.
I'll go salt and vinegars. We've got S and V's.
Salt and vinegars.
Yeah.
Multiple packets.
Salt and vinegars, S and V's.
Okay.
Original.
Okay.
Sour cream and onion. Barbecue. Do we say light and tangy? You threw light and tangy in there. I'll throw that in there too.
light and tangy.
Chicken
Right.
salt. Chicken salt is at the bottom. Chicken chips are the fucking worst.
Fair enough. Well,
What the fuck was the question about? It was about carrots?
So, look, if you want to steal carrots, you don't want to steal carrots. You want to steal
Chips.
packets of chips.
Preferably in the top 3 of our list. Hey,
Yeah.
Carl's here.
Hey, Carl.
Hi, Carl.
You guys are funny.
Haha, sorry for talking so loud, buddy.
Just appearance, guys.
Yes.
Now, if you look back
Now
on
he
the
gets second billing down.
Now, if you look back on the Carl Gregory James Chapman episode,
He was sick.
Now you can actually hear my cameo.
Yes, and actually, this is not the first time Carl's done that. Carl did it in the Lachlan Bone episode too.
So he's cameoing.
He's a constant podcast.
Yeah.
He's a pod god.
But do you know what else about Carl?
What's that?
He has nothing to do with this question.
He does.
Which we've refused
Neither
to
did
answer.
Chips, but we spent like 5 minutes ranking them.
Yeah, so that was great fun.
Yes, it was. Okay, let's.
If you're still here,
Wow, we are really dragging behind on time. Let's wrap this one up. Okay, first step to identify if this is actually happening.
Yeah.
Which we don't really think is.
it
Maybe
could.
it is.
I'm
it
not
could be.
saying it's not. I'm
And
just
step
saying I don't
2
believe it.
is to confront them and be like, hey, maybe don't steal the carrots. If you want a carrot, you just give me a couple bucks, I'll buy you some carrots. It's fine.
Yeah, if you've been living there for less than 3 months together,
Yeah.
don't confront them nastily. Just be
No,
like, look,
yeah.
this is how the rules are. Just let me know.
'Cause you still
if
have
it's
to
been
live with
over
the person.
6 months, then you definitely should be allowed to go. You know what,
yeah.
man? It's been 6 months of stealing my carrots. If you've been living together for a year, that's on you, buddy. You probably should have said something before. Now he just thinks carrots are just normal.
I agree.
He thinks carrots is like salt. It's for everyone.
Salt is for everyone.
And if they move it into their room, you have to sneak into their room when they're not there and take their salt. I'm not saying I've done that, James. I'm just saying I've thought it.
All right. Okay, I think we're in agreement.
What, did you take salt in from my room?
Yes.
Oh, you've gone in there.
I've gone into your
salt
room,
in
put
there.
salt on the floor so that, so snails won't come in. Because I care about you. I know you don't
I
like snails.
don't like snails.
No, who does? French people.
French love snails.
Je suis Charlie.
And DreamWorks.
Oh, yeah, that's true,
Because
yeah.
DreamWorks are the only people who like salt.
Turbo.
No, they were the only ones. Like we made.
Was there a sequel to Turbo?
They made a TV show.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but like the kid, like they were making the movie. Going, do you realize we've made this movie just for us?
Yeah, well-
no one's going to see this.
Yeah. I think that happened with a lot of their films, like Shrek 5, like Ice Age
It
7.
only got up to 4. I watched all the Shrek movies.
Yeah,
only
you
a
did.
week
That's
ago.
true.
And
I wasn't even aware that it got to 4, and Ice Age is like up to 6 or something.
wasn't
Madagascar
it
Penguins
like
or some shit.
Shrek goes 4th, and it ended up
That's a
being
good name.
Shrek Forever After.
Oh.
Because they realised it was going to be the last one.
Shrek goes 4th. That's a better name.
It's a much better name.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Like
happy
they
with
did
that.
Shrek the Third.
But
which is
are you counting that they did like a Shrek Christmas special? Like a very
No.
Shreky Christmas or
Do
something?
you,
I
do
don't
you
know what it was
count
called.
Mike's new car as a part of the Pixar pantheon? You do not. It's a show.
I count Jerry's chess game.
You should not.
It's the best one.
It's the best one that Pixar's ever done.
That's true. The best. Yeah, that's the best thing
You know what?
Pixar's
I
ever
refuse.
done.
We get mighty close to the list of Pixar, so let's
Yes,
move on
I
to
don't
the
want
next
to rank it.
question.
Okay, next question. Thank you for hosting the show.
problems.
Okay. Hey guys. Oh, we need a fake name.
Oh, you will get Zelda.
Zelda. Okay.
So you've had Joanna Dark and Zelda. If you don't
I
get
don't know who
the
the first one was, but I feel like that is giving me a very big clue. Okay. Zelda writes, hopefully you guys can help me. Okay, I want to become a famous actress. I'm 14 years old, but almost 15. I live in Texas, and I really love acting. Okay, well, I have some questions. I have a friend who got into this fine arts school or whatever, like that.
I have questions.
And they helped her with acting classes. So I am in high school, but would I have to leave high school to get into one of those schools? I would like to get the best sources that can really help me to achieve my dream.
Did you say the best sources?
The best sources, yeah, like sources in like SourceFed. Anyway, to achieve my dream. This is something really big for me. It really is. We already believe you. Also, we're not a family. Also, we're not a family with a lot of money, but we can figure out how to make it work. But I would just like to see if there is someone that could help me where to start and how to go on from there, so I can start my dream. Well, hopefully I gave out the helpful information. Thanks. And then it's like a tongue emoticon. Like,
Was this actually a question that got sent in, or was this something that someone Facebook messaged you clearly asking
Drunk.
for money? Like, no, it's one of those fake, like, I just like to get money from this.
No, real email.
First off, fix your English. You're from Texas, so yeah, you know.
So actually, it kind of makes sense, right?
But congrats on our first listener from Texas.
Yes.
If people,
I don't know if that's true. We can't prove that she's the first listener from Texas.
well,
In
that's
fact, I know that there's another Texan listener out there, so
that's
he
awesome.
lives here.
We have two people.
We have
at
two
least.
Texans. We should put them together. Maybe they... Oh, actually, no, this one's 14, so maybe not a good idea to set them on a
Yeah,
date.
no.
Okay, first things first. I'm the realist.
I was waiting for that.
Oh.
Why is it that that's become like,
Yeah.
if someone says first
I don't
things
know.
first, I gotta think that.
I just think it's fun. Okay, so coming from someone who is in the same boat, wants to be an actor, and
Which is adorable,
is-
by the way.
Thank you. And is starting off like not completely there yet, but not at the beginning like you are.
Yeah.
I will give you a bit of advice that I wish someone had told me straight up off the bat, and it's the bit of advice that I give to most people who tell me they want to be actors. Drop the famous part. You won't be a famous actor. You can be an actor, but you might not be a famous one. You can be a successful actor and no one will know who you are, and that's fine. I think that's maybe the first step. You can always keep that like part of the dream in the back of your head that you'll do the interviews and everything, but statistically you won't be Hollywood. You won't be in Hollywood making films. You won't be Jennifer Lawrence. You won't be Chris Pratt unless you were Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, in which case, congratulations and thanks for listening to the podcast. Can you hook me up with the Weinsteins?
Can you hook me up with being the famous?
Make me a famous. I really think I'd be good at it. But yeah, no.
I think it'd be
do you
fun
agree?
being
Do you
famous.
agree that maybe that's a good place to start? Is to sort of just make your goal more realistic?
I think the goal should not be that you want to be famous. I agree with that.
It should be that you want to be rich, baby.
No, it should be the goal that that acting fulfills you in a way that nothing else can.
Yes.
Because the truth is, there will be moments in your life if you're really trying to make it, where that will be all that you have.
That's correct.
And I'm not going to say who, but I was actually talking to someone today about this. Someone who is in a major show in Sydney, and who was discussing it to their friend, saying, every night there's some nights where you'll go home and you'll just be so hating on what you're doing because of how hard you're working, and you can't say no, and you can't go, oh, can we go slower?
Because it's your job.
Because they'll find someone who says yes. So you have to want it so bad that you're willing to hit that wall and keep running.
Yeah.
And the problem is when people hit a wall, and sometimes it's a director.
Everyone.
I've had someone audition for me, and we're only in Newcastle, so I'm not saying like I've had like major people audition for me, but I'm saying like there's people who don't get a part with me, and I'll say to them if they ask for feedback, I'll say why and all this kind of stuff. But if they hear that no, they think that there's no point trying anymore.
Yeah, you got to keep going.
You should always be auditioning,
and
you should not accept to not get in. You should not accept failure, but when you have it, you should not let that define you.
Yeah, when you get a no, that's not a no for the whole deal. It's just a no for that particular role, and it usually is because you weren't good enough or you weren't right for the role,
or that you audition for a part that's quite clearly for a lady.
Exactly
man,
right.
And there's enough parts for you as there is. Stop trying to take the women parts. Stop it.
This is a woman.
Oh, well then she's fine then. She's not going to have that situation.
I think
fine.
that... So another part of the question. She's in high school. Would she have to drop out of high school to go to one of these acting schools? You probably would, but I would definitely advise you to stick through high school. At least to... I don't know how it works in Texas.
Stick through the English classes, at least.
Oh, yeah. Do drama at school. Do, like, all your drama clubs. Everything you can do. You can do, like, shows outside of school. I'm sure, like, in Texas, they have theatre things, so they probably get picketed a lot by rednecks.
Yeah.
Look, that's probably very offensive.
Can I give another bit of advice?
Well, that is the title of the show, so
Great.
Go ahead.
Thank you. And wait till you see me give a bit of city later on. But
that was hey, can we stop for a second? That was a really good joke.
Thank you. It's a
right.
thinker.
Yeah.
There'll be people listening in their cars and going, you know what? That John Wood guy, he's
I loved him
talking.
in Blue Heelers.
Okay, very funny.
We should clarify for people who don't know, you're not the one from Blue Heelers.
I'm hoping that people would
You're
assume that.
way younger and way less successful.
I wish you had said less fat as well, but I guess you didn't.
Is he fat?
Okay, well, we're moving on. The advice I was about to give is that when I was at uni,
Yes.
and there was a lot of drama going on at the uni, the truth is people did what they could do in the uni and stopped. If you do get into an art school, and if you do go further, and if you do get into a TAFE-like course, like James, I know you did, do not settle for the course you've got alone. A lot of acting, a lot of performing, a lot of any form of the arts is being seen.
Yeah.
Getting out there. And you won't get seen if you're at the same place.
It's important to get the education. I think that is important for actors to train, but it's also just as important for actors to establish themselves in whatever community is and always be working up. Never stop. Never think that just because you're the best actor in a certain area or community, that's the pinnacle. That's it. You should always be striving to do better.
You should always be striving to work with new people.
Yeah.
Because that's education as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of education you'll get from people. I'm not talking about people who are older than you necessarily, specifically, I mean. But I'm talking about working with new people to find new ways to challenge yourself.
I agree. So, my advice, stay in high school, at least finish that, do some drama, do some English.
Find some stuff outside, extracurricular stuff. Start something. If there's nothing at the high school, start something
You
yourself.
can start a play reading club, start a drama club, start a glee club if you need to.
Well, don't go too far.
Yeah.
Fox kind of ruined that for everyone.
Yes. Well, Fox kind of ruins everything for everyone.
Yeah. That's very true.
Yes.
There goes our contract with Fox.
Yeah, this is not going to go well in Texas. So staying still, do all that, and then once you're out of school, you can apply to these big schools. But if you don't keep getting, that's not the main thing. You just keep getting experience. Totally. I think the best kind of education for actors and performers and artists is experience, not getting a certificate that says you can do this. Yeah. But my particular advice would be to potentially readjust your expectations to maybe not be a famous actor, because the way that she wrote this is that I want to be a famous actor, and I think that's not a good way to think, especially when you're a young person. You can want to be rearrange the wording. You want to be a successful actor. That's what I want to be. I don't necessarily need to be a famous one to be successful. It's just hopefully a byproduct that comes with it.
Yeah.
So anything else you would add to that?
I would say that's all completely fair. To just passion.
Yeah.
Find out if this is truly what you want to do, because it may sound easier than bricklaying, and to be honest, as a non-experienced bricklayer, it probably is.
Yeah.
But it still requires an amazing toll from you, both physically and mentally. There's a lot of
also expect to not get paid a lot.
Expect to be doing a lot of favors for people who are like, this is great for exposure.
It's a great exposure.
And then when 6 people come and try to swallow that feeling of regret.
Those 3 wasted months you spent in a hot room rehearsing
a
play that no one will watch.
That regret is the hardest thing to swallow.
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, it's not the hardest thing to swallow, John.
If that was a dick joke, you don't swallow dicks.
No, I was talking about semen.
Oh, why is semen hard?
It's not. What do you mean?
You think
Question 3.
The act is hard.
No, I'm saying
We're
that.
going straight into questions. I thought you used to try to.
I just wanted to stop because, I didn't want to tell everyone that my semen was hard.
Okay, well,
It comes
you
out.
did.
It comes out hard.
Well, you did.
Do you know? Is that not for everyone?
Nope. It sounds like you should have seen a doctor about it.
The way I would describe it is sort of like really thick honey that hardens on contact with air. That's what it's sort of like. And the color and consistency is the same as honey too.
It sounds like to me that you are
I don't take good care of myself.
I think you're sick.
I think you're right.
I think to put it down into brass tacks, you're sick.
Yeah. Anyway, you want to take a break now that we've talked about my cum?
Yeah.
We've got the obligatory cum mention out. We do that in every episode.
Do we?
No, just this one. But I'm thinking I might start it like a new segment.
What about your honey jizz?
It's come with me. That's the honey jizz. We're actually powering through this episode. Do you want to do a really quick break and just chill bang?
Yeah, sure. Do I stop recording?
No, you don't stop recording. Okay. Well, you can stop.
So what's the break exactly?
The break is it's just like a break from being serious and giving advice. It's just a break to just sort of chill and catch up.
I feel like we have broken.
You thought? Oh no.
We have. Is it like? Can you say if you're taking a break past tense
that we've broked?
Yeah,
that we broke.
Braked.
We braked. That we.
Can
we took a break. We took a break. That's what you'd say. We took.
Okay.
We Bertolt Brecht.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good drama reference to that girl.
Yeah. If you don't know who that is, then
you're not going to be a fucking actor.
If you don't know that person, if you don't know Beckett or anything like that, just look. Just accept that you will be the first girl killed off in every horror movie, and that will be your life.
That's still pretty good, being in horror movies. Christmas is around the corner, John. Are you a Christmas person?
I am known for my Christmas.
I have been known as a Christmas. I am a bit of a Grinch.
Yeah, exactly. No, I do have a new Christmas tradition this year, which I'm loving.
Yeah.
I have this thing where my mother's decided that Christmas is not the 25th of December. It is giving gifts and being.
She doesn't get to decide that.
What?
That was someone else.
Really fun. She called me up saying, "John, look, it's November 22nd. What do you want?" I just bought some tickets to churches. You can pay me for them, and she did.
Oh, awesome.
And I was like, I would love a new bed, and she bought me a bed.
Bought you a bed?
Yeah.
That's an awesome Christmas gift.
Yeah, and I was like, great. And she goes, and she's like, well, now you can give me something. I'm like, well, you can wait. No.
That's my new tradition is to fuck you, Mum.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
There's got to be a couple of commas in that sentence.
There was, but you can't see commas.
No.
Well, actually, that's wrong. You can.
That's really used.
Yes, but I caught the mistake, so there you go. So you can't call me out on it.
No, that's the new Christmas tradition I'm doing. I even did it for you 2 days ago.
Yes, you bought me a pop vinyl.
You've collected your pop vinyls.
I've amassed a little collection of pop vinyls.
All Marvel? Oh, you have?
All Marvel. All Marvel. I don't have a single one that's not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I brought a fellow housemate, Carl, a ticket to the new Star Wars movie.
Awesome. It was, which Star Wars?
The Force Awakens.
Oh, cool. It wasn't like Phantom Menace or something?
No.
I bought him the Clone Wars DVD just to catch him up on what's been happening between episodes 2 and 3.
I bought him Clone Wars Season 3. Like I said,
hey, that show is pretty good.
I said, don't watch Season 1 and 2.
They're not
just
good.
Filler. Just go into the beginning of Season 1, Episode 1, Season 3.
Tarantino actually directed an episode in Season 3 of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Legit?
Obviously not.
Why is that obviously not?
Why would he? Why
he
would
directed an episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live. That's not even a joke.
Okay, actually, that is weird. Why would he do that? Why would anyone do Jimmy Kimmel Live?
What's his
Why
name?
does Jimmy do Jimmy Kimmel Live?
There was an episode done by who directed The Green Hornet and like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh,
I want to say Michelle Gondry. Because I know Michelle Gondry.
I thought Seth Rogen directed The Green Hornet.
No.
He wrote it or something. I thought he directed it.
But Michelle Gondry directed an episode of Jimmy Kimmel, and it was so weird. It started like 6 times. It just was a weird experience. It was great. Weird. But no, they've had famous directors direct Jimmy Kimmel.
There you go. Wow, so, what a waste. What a waste.
Not that big of a deal.
No, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. You know Quentin Tarantino also directed This Break?
He did. He's been standing there just like with a knife. And
he's been like he's forcing
Say
Samuel
the
Jackson.
N-word more. Say the N-word.
What's
John,
that?
say the N-word. Say the N-word.
I don't want to say the N-word.
Say the N-word. It's okay. I have a black friend. He lets me.
Yeah,
I'm friends with Ving Rhames.
Okay, Quentin, please.
Say the N word.
Okay, he's now just writing hate cops on placards. I don't understand what's going on here.
Oh, ouch. Cops are murderers.
Okay, Quentin. I think there's a couple of problems here. Look. Creative differences. We'll chalk it up to. What's that? You're gonna cut me like you cut Channing Tatum.
Quentin, if you don't care, I'm gonna leak your script.
Oh,
you won't be allowed to do movies anymore.
You will be so upset. You won't do the movie and then
do the fucking movie because you're like, actually, you know what? I'm not going to do the movie. Actually, I really want to kind of do the movie. Pretend I didn't say that.
Bad.
It's just pretending you've just been punched in the face. A lot.
I would say that's pretty spot on.
Yes, I would too. All right. Break is over. Break is officially over. We need a third and final female name.
Well, I think this one will definitely clinch the name guessing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the pinnacle, Lara Croft.
So the theme is video game protagonists?
No, protagonist from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the famous 90s sitcom, which was filmed in front of a live canned audience.
It's true, and the cat was pretty good.
The cat is the best.
Salem was fucking awesome. You gotta admit.
Like
Salem was funny.
I woke up, and yes, I had Foxtel, so shoot me. But I'd wake up at 7:30 in the morning, and I'll put on Sabrina the Teenage Witch on
and just see what Salem was getting up to.
My dad would wake up and just shake his head at me, going, "I've got a gay son."
Why did I do this?
Yeah, and I'm like, "No, Mom, Dad, I do it for the cat." He just goes, "That doesn't make it any better."
You picked Lara Croft because you thought it was the female video game character.
I actually would consider it the pinnacle. It is.
What about Peach?
Female.
I know she's not a main character, but like Princess Peach, like from Mario, like she's.
Yeah, look, I'm a Nintendo boy.
Yeah,
I love Nintendo.
Yes, you're a gamer.
The way they treat Princess Peach is pretty abhorrent.
They lock her in a tower and.
Yeah, like, she's had one video game where she's allowed to be the lead. And I kid you not, this sounds sexist, and it sounds like a bad joke being created by me.
I can't wait for you to say whatever you're going to say.
There's a game called Super Princess Peach where she has 4 special abilities, and that is the powers of her emotions. You pick anger, and she starts, like, hitting you with a purse. And I'm not even kidding.
You're not joking. This isn't you being sexist.
Like, you get angry.
Holy
and,
shit!
She gets in the
She
place.
starts picking me with a purse.
Yeah, it starts hitting people with her parasol, and if you want to get up to a
she
higher
gets
ledge,
angry. Mario asks her what's wrong. She's like, nothing.
If she gets upset, which you can make her get upset, so that she floods the level in water
with her tears.
Yeah, so she can get to the top
shit.
level. And,
wow.
And it's just there's joy. So if she's happy, she starts flying.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, Princess, it just sounds like your emotions are too
you
powerful.
are so far on either end of the bipolar spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you get through a level, you have to go straight from anger to sadness, and Marius is like, oh, so Tuesday.
That time of the month again, she can't get off anger.
Yeah.
And sadness. Okay. So Lara Croft. Right. Oh, wow. This is a
doozy.
This is a rough question, and you'll see what I mean by that. And I like imagining that this is Lara Croft too. Okay. Lara Croft writes, I like being hit, choked, slapped, forced into weird, uncomfortable positions, and fucked hard during anal. But my boyfriend won't do it because he doesn't want to hurt me. The problem is, I want to be hurt. What can I do? Love, Lara Croft. I edited it then, but that was actually 15 minutes of weird, awkward silence.
Yeah.
Because we were afraid to look each other in the eye.
I'm so thankful you give my emails a different name.
I am glad for the fake names now.
Yeah. No, okay, a lot to unpack, or in this case, pack. So, when it comes...
Weird joke. It barely worked, but okay.
You're not going to start
I still got the joke. No, it's fine.
Oh, okay, well, fine. I see I can't win them all. They can't all be gems.
Yes.
Gems.
But at least some of them should be, right?
Yeah, that should be nice.
Okay. What should you do?
When it comes to...
rough sex.
Well, it comes to any form of sex. It's all about... well, again, obviously, this should go without saying, but it's all about consent. Yes. It should always be about discussions with the partner. This shouldn't be a thing that you should feel like you don't need to guilt him into it. You don't have to say, look, you don't... Like, if this is something he's not comfortable with, then that's not a bad thing. You can have a great sexual relationship with your partner without having to... force him into doing anything, or yourself being forced into anything.
True.
Everything. In terms of just, I'm making it sound like I'm like a really bad like high school health teacher.
You're making it sound like you're just the worst one in relationships. Like, it's fine to be with someone who doesn't fulfill you. It's just like, you just got to deal with that.
No, I feel like the teacher who uses sexual intercourse to describe it. Like, it's completely fine to use your phallus to
enter her vaginal cavity.
Yeah, it's completely fine. And one student's like, "Oh, but I might be gay." It's like, no.
We're from Texas. We're okay.
You're 15. You don't know what gay is.
You don't know what that is.
You don't know what gay is. Now get off your tap shoes and get back onto the classroom.
No, Jenny, you can't go and be a famous actor. Get back in here.
Yeah, get back in here. Get back.
I would say to this person, it's awkward because I'm not a rough sex person.
Can I just say, just because you have tap shoes on doesn't make it gay. Let me get that out there before
true. I didn't say it. You said it.
Yeah, and I immediately am hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth, and I wish
and being ashamed. Okay.
And I'm officially getting rid of my tap shoes.
Sorry. Okay, so really quick, we are running out of time. I would say my advice would be to slowly progress your way up there. So don't go into this expecting him to like just fucking beat the shit out of you in the off chance that you're gonna like that. Okay, that's insane. But maybe work your way up to it. Maybe start with like spanking on the ass. That's a normal one. Like saying "smack me on the." Can you like slap my ass? That's normal, right? Like that's not in the realms of rough.
It's not in the realms of crazy. But I actually would argue that this would be much better conversation
with your mum.
No, before.
So ask your mum for advice.
Before the acts.
To slap her ass before they start having sex.
You want to talk about levels.
Yeah.
Like, this is why people talk about safe words beforehand.
True. But I just feel like it would be much less awkward to have that conversation during the act. Because
you're telling me you've not sat down with your partner and talked about smacking ass or while you're eating.
I've never sat down with my partner and talked, ever.
But that is... what else do you do?
We talk entirely through Snapchat. Literally just got one from that.
Oh, wow.
No, I joke. We don't talk.
I don't have anything else to talk about. No.
Here's my thinking. Okay, so you're in the act. She's like, "Oh, you should slap my ass. That'll be so hot." You do it, right? Oh, that's awesome. Harder. Do it again. Hey, now my fucking face. But you do a couple steps in between that. So like, I don't know. Hey, slap my tits. You know, you slap her tits, and then she comes.
I can't help but feel like this is really necessary to have the conversation beforehand.
I feel like I'm helping you make your argument.
No, because because at a certain point, the moment that's caught up with you, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, okay, let me get a non-sexual example, and let me use a film here.
Oh, of course.
There's a scene in Mr. Deeds. The Adam Sandler.
There is a scene in Mr. Deeds. Yep.
If it turned out to be 2004, that is the best ref I've ever made.
I'm going to Google it.
Yeah.
All right, you keep talking. I'll Google it. Mr. Deeds.
There's a scene where
2004. You say?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has this foot that can't feel anything.
Yes.
Because of frostbite.
I remember that.
And John Turturro, if that's how you pronounce his name,
it's the next thing I'll check.
He takes a chimney stoker.
Yeah, it's
something that's
a firestone.
Yeah. And he gets told to keep smacking him with the stick. And
2002.
So
very close.
But he starts smacking his foot, and after a while, he starts getting into it to the point that he actually causes pain. Of course, Adam Sandler was faking said pain, but there doesn't get a point when you start getting too into it.
Yes,
and there has to be that limit. And if you don't talk about limits before you do it, then it can go wrong so fast.
I think that we both have similar advice, which is have the conversation. The only difference is you think the conversation should happen before the act, and I think you should be having the conversation while fucking each other.
If you're having the conversation while fucking, you're going to be having a worse conversation afterwards. That's all I'm saying.
Just lying there, covered in fluid, just like,
like after you've got the bandages, and you're sitting there,
you've picked all your teeth up off the floor.
The sexual act now becomes the ending of that fight scene in Anchorman.
You know what's a good idea? You know what's a good idea? Maybe
not smacking your partner.
No, what if she gets him? What if she gets him to watch some porn? They watch some porn together, but she finds a video that has some rough stuff in it, and she says
that's actually a really good idea.
Oh my god, that's so hot. And he's like, what? Really? Wouldn't that hurt? Like, no, it doesn't hurt. Like in the act, there's adrenaline. You won't feel it like that much. Yeah. I think that would be so hot. I'd love for you to do that for me. And then hopefully he might not be totally into like ramming you up the asshole. Like, fine, that's okay. But he might budge a little bit on the no nothing at all. That's my advice.
That's actually pretty good advice to
Yeah.
watch porn together. There is a lot of healthy couples that do watch porn together.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. 'Cause
Browsing habits.
You're able to watch it and go, well, look, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
And what do you think about that?
But then you do have that awkward conversation like, oh, what do you want to watch? I don't know. What do you want to watch? Do you want to watch some bondage? I don't feel like bondage tonight. We watched bondage last week. Can we watch some POV? No, I don't like POV. I don't like the director.
I also don't like it when the girls look into the camera lens.
You don't?
No, I'm just like, don't look at
Hey,
me.
oh, fuck, don't, dude,
Yeah,
come
I'm
on,
like,
hey.
you have no
Hey.
idea what you're looking at. Please, I'm ashamed of myself. I like get into like a hunchback kind of.
Oh, fuck you, I'm just going to another tab. I'm just going to listen to you.
Yeah, I'm just
All
like,
right.
oh, please, I beg you, please.
I think that was
the bells,
good
the bells.
advice for those three ladies.
No, definitely have a discussion about it. Watch some porn.
Yep.
And yeah, sex should be enjoyable. And you should find what that comfort level
It
is.
should be, yet it isn't. And that's the end of our podcast. John,
Yeah.
thanks so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me on.
It was actually really fun.
Yeah,
I was surprised because
I-
usually you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, and I usually hate you. So,
Do you have anything you would like to plug before we go? Really quick.
I've got a show opening in January.
Yep.
Proof.
Proof.
It's a drama about maths, but it's mostly about a woman coming to grips with a family tragedy.
Yes.
It sounds a lot more serious than this podcast is, and that's because it is.
That's true. And that's in January.
January 23rd?
Like late January, early February.
Early February,
And
yeah.
tickets can be bought online, I think. But they're not on sale yet.
No, they're having the company's actually having their launch this season next week.
Fantastic. You should go. That's a Newcastle Theatre Company, right?
Yeah.
So that's Divider Street, Lambton.
Yeah, that
Great.
is 50 years too old for the podcast.
For the
listeners.
podcast generation. Oh, there'll be some
Yeah.
of them there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We've hit the 40-minute mark, so we're going to have to wrap it up.
Yeah, I had a really good time.
Guys, if you have
40
your
minutes.
sticky situations or conundrums, you can email them in to advicecityshow@gmail.com. We will endeavour to answer every single email that we get. We don't get that many yet, but there's been a few coming in actually recently, so we'll try to get to them. I've been James. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, to play us out, the lovely Jemima with the theme song. So I will see you guys next week with another episode of Advice City. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Enjoy.
Advice City gets down to the nitty gritty. Advice City, fix your life, get real wise for free. Do-do-do.